Audio check 1 2.
Good evening and welcome to our Glendale City Council meeting. If you would like to speak on any of the items that are on the agenda, please fill out a gold card and hand it to the police officer in the back of the room. The mayor will call your name, and when it's your turn to speak, you can make your way to the podium. All speakers have 3 minutes. If you would like to talk about an item that's not on the agenda, please complete a blue speaker card and give that one to the officer in the back of the room. Items that are not on the agenda are heard at the end of the voting meeting. Glendale has 7 city council members: Mayor Jerry Wires, Vice Mayor Lauren Tomachoff of the Choya District, Councilmember Diana Guzman of the Yucca District, Councilmember Leandro Baldenegro of the Ocotillo District, Councilmember Bart Turner of the Barrel District, Councilmember Ray Malnar of the Saguaro District, and Councilmember Lupe Conchas of the Cactus District. This meeting is streaming live on Glendale's Facebook and YouTube pages, as well as the city's cable television station, Glendale Channel 11. Thank you for joining us.
And good evening. Welcome to Glendale City Council meeting of September 9th, 2025. This meeting is called to order. Roll call. We are not going to do attendance roll call. Councilmember Turner has an excused absence. He's unable to be with us today. So with that, everybody else is here. We do have a proper quorum. The next 2 items on our agenda are the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. Today's invocation is going to be delivered by Pastor Eden Fine of Bell Church. If it's appropriate, please remove your hats. If it's not, keep them on. It's up to you. Please stand for the invocation, and if you would, please remain standing for our Pledge of Allegiance, which will be done today by Councilmember Baldenegro.
Would you join me in a word of prayer? Father, would you just grant grace today? Would your spirit be here? I pray for these leaders. I pray that you would give them wisdom beyond themselves, patience that lasts longer than just this meeting or any debates that may take place, clarity for every decision made, and remind us that leadership is a service and it should be servant-hearted. God bless this city, even its traffic lights. Above all, let this meeting be guided by truth and marked by respect and aimed at the flourishing of all the people and citizens that live here in Glendale. We pray these things in Jesus' name, the one that taught us to love our neighbors. In his name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Mr. Baldenegro. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, approval of minutes. Next on the agenda is the consideration of the minutes from August 26, 2025 voting meeting. Council members, have you any corrections or additions to the minutes? Seeing none, could I get a motion, please, for August 26, 2025 voting meeting minutes?
Mayor, I move that we approve the minutes for August 26, 2025 voting meeting.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilmember Guzman, second from the Vice Mayor. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Your guys do have it, that motion carries. Next, we'll do proclamation proclaiming September 17 through 23, 2025 as Constitution Week here in the city of Glendale. Now, this is not the Constitution Week just in Glendale, it's Constitution Week period, but we're celebrating it here in Glendale. Patty, well, I'm gonna really mess this up. You know what, Patty, come on up and then you just say it, because I don't want to mess up your last name. If you would describe your, the microphone's right there next, there you go. Pull it down, tap it. There you go. Okay, if you would,
Last name is McGuigan.
well, that was easy.
It was very easy.
Okay.
I could tell you what it rhymes with, but it might not be appropriate.
And who are you representing?
I am representing Anasazi Chapter, Daughters of the American Revolution. We meet in Glendale, Arizona at the VFW Lodge.
Perfect, okay. Adam, is the proclamation up there? Yes. Okay, very good.
All right. And I'm happy to see your Youth Advisory Council passing out constitutions.
Well,
Very nice.
I am also. Okay. You can come closer, I don't bite. Very hard. Okay. Proclamation, City of Glendale, whereas in 1787 Constitutional Convention, delegates devised a plan for a stronger federal government with three branches, the executive, the legislative, and the judicial, along with a system of checks and balances to ensure no single branch would have too much power. Whereas the Constitution was signed on September 17, 1787 by delegates of the Constitution Convention in Philadelphia, and whereas it is fitting and proper to read, study, and appreciate this great document of human liberty and to protect the freedoms set forth in the Bill of Rights. Whereas it's fitting and proper to officially recognize this singular document and the anniversary of its creation, and whereas September 17, 2025 marked 238th anniversary of drafting the Constitution of the United States of America by the Constitutional Convention. Now therefore, I, Jerry P. Wires, Mayor of the City of Glendale, Arizona, on behalf of our council, do hereby proclaim September 17 through 23rd, 2025 in honor of the drafting of the United States Constitution as Constitution Week, and I urge all citizens to study our nation's Constitution and reflect on the privilege of being an American with all the rights and responsibilities which that privilege affords us. That was signed by our clerk and myself, and I'm going to present that to you.
Thank you
Would
so
you
much.
like to say anything?
Thank you. No, I'm good.
You
Thank
really don't want to say anything?
I really don't have anything to say.
Okay, well, let's come around here and we'll get a picture. How's that?
Thank you so much.
Okay, Mr. Mellon.
Yes, I move that we make the following appointments. Kyle Holschlag to the term expiring January 31st, 2026 for the Citizens Utility Advisory Commission.
Second.
Okay, we have motion and a second. All in favor, vote aye.
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 Opposed, vote nay. Okay, is your person here?
Yes, I believe he is.
Come on up, sir. I'm gonna make this real easy. You don't even need it. Come on over. If you would, sir, hold up your right hand, state your name, say I, state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and laws of the state of Arizona. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and defend them against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of my office to the best of my ability, so help me God. Congratulations, my friend. Thank you. Okay, our consent agenda is next. We're going to move on to items 4 through 25. Items on the consent agenda, someone's sneaking up behind me here. Items on the consent agenda have been previously studied by this council at a workshop session. Now, the items are intended to be acted upon in one motion by this council. Do we have any speaker cards?
No, sir.
Thank you. Could I have a motion to approve consent agenda items 4 through 25, please?
Mayor?
Okay, time out. We're not gonna do number 5. I should have read this earlier. We're not doing item number 5. That was removed by the request of the applicant. So everybody clear on that? Okay, so it would be items 4, 6 through 25. I need a motion.
Mayor?
Go ahead, sir.
I move that we approve items 4 and 6 through 25 on the consent agenda.
Second.
I have a second from who?
I don't know, me.
Who's the
Me?
second from?
Me? I don't, somebody
Oh,
else said
okay.
it
Oh,
too.
Vice Mayor. Okay, we have a second from the Vice Mayor to approve the consent agenda items. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Here's ayes have it, do have it, that motion carries. Okay, Ms. Barr, would you read the consent resolutions, item 26 through 30, please?
Item 26, resolution number R 25-88, a resolution of council of the city of Glendale, Maricopa County, Arizona, authorizing and directing the entering into of an intergovernmental agreement with the state of Arizona Department of Transportation for the 75th Avenue, Beardsley to Deer Valley Roads reconstruction project. Item 27, resolution number R 25-89, a resolution of council of the city of Glendale, Maricopa County, Arizona, authorizing the submission of an application for land and water conservation funds to Arizona State Parks and Trails, authorizing the city manager to execute all documents relating to said applications, and authorizing the city manager to execute a grant agreement. Item 28, resolution number R 25-90, a resolution of the council of the city of Glendale, Maricopa County, Arizona, ratifying the entering into of an intergovernmental agreement with Maricopa County for law enforcement, security, and traffic management services for events at State Farm Stadium on behalf of the Glendale Police Department. Item 29, resolution number R 25-91, a resolution of the council of the city of Glendale, Maricopa County, Arizona, authorizing and directing the city manager to accept and execute 2 airport development grants, AIP number 3-04-006-4-038-2025 and number 3-04-006-4-039-2025 from the Federal Aviation Administration. And item 30, resolution number R 25-92, a resolution of the council of the city of Glendale, Maricopa County, Arizona, authorizing and directing the entering into of Amendment 1 to an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Peoria for defining roadway signage and pavement marking maintenance. And that concludes the consent resolutions.
Thank you. And you said no speaker cards?
No speaker cards.
Could I get a motion to approve consent resolutions 26 through 30?
Mayor, I move to approve resolution items 26 through 30.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion from Councilmember Guzman, a second from the Vice Mayor to approve consent resolution items 26 through 30. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Here's you guys have it, do have it, that motion also carries. Moving on to ordinances. Ms. Bauer, would you read item 31 by title, please?
Consideration and possible action regarding ordinance number O-22-66, ordinance number O-22-67, and ordinance number O-23-04.
Mr. Bailey, would you like to explain this?
Yes, Mayor and Council. As you know, the identified ordinances contain language that is being challenged in court. After reviewing the lawsuit that has been filed against the city and the salient law, we believe that we can remove the alleged offending language set forth in the ordinances and continue to address pedestrian and vehicle safety pursuant to other city ordinances and state statutes. In light of the foregoing and to avoid the costly litigation that's before us, I'm going to be respectfully requesting the council to entertain a motion to repeal the ordinances. If the motion is approved, this action will eliminate the alleged offending language and return the ordinances to the language that existed prior to the adoption of the alleged offending language. Noting, of course, that staff will continue to work on opportunities and measures to ensure that pedestrian and vehicle safety is paramount in the city of Glendale. With that, noting the foregoing, I ask the council to repeal the following ordinances. Ordinance 022-66, Ordinance 022-67, Ordinance 023-04. I'm available for questions. Thank you.
Any questions?
Just a point of clarification, is that a 0 or the letter O?
Thank you, Councilmember. It's an O.
Thank you.
Okay, so if a council member would like to make that motion, you can simply say as stated by Mr. Bailey.
Yes, Mayor, I move we repeal the ordinance as stated by the city attorney, Michael Bailey.
Can I get a second? Second. I have a motion from the
Second.
Vice Mayor, a second from Councilmember Guzman. Is there any discussion on this? Hearing none, roll call vote. Councilmember Baldenegro, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Conchas, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Guzman, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Melner, how do you vote?
Aye.
Vice Mayor, how do you vote?
Aye.
Chair votes aye with an explanation. I'm concerned on the safety of pedestrians, which is the main reason why these ordinances were originally passed. And I just hope that this doesn't work backwards on us, although this is now going to be under state statute. So we'll see how it goes. But I think a lot of people didn't really understand what we were trying to do, and we're trying to keep people safe. So with that said, again, I do vote aye, and the motion does pass. Moving on to new business, Ms. Bauer,
Mayor, point of order.
please.
Mayor, I'm going to recuse myself on this item as I have anytime this has been presented before the council, and I'm going to step out of the chambers while we hear this item. Thank you.
Ms. Bauer.
Consideration and action on the First Amendment to the purchase and sale agreement between the City of Glendale and Terrell Properties LLC.
Mr. Bailey?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. On March 25th, 2025, the city and Terrell Properties entered into a purchase and sale agreement for approximately 5.45 acres. What we're asking this evening is to actually set forth the final purchase price. It's not the amount for which the square footage is, it's the actual purchase price based on the ultimate square footage that is being acquired. And then also we are setting forth the closing date. The original agreement had a longer time period for closing. However, we're actually setting the closing date in this, which is going to be September 26th of 2025. So in fact, it's closing earlier. So with that, I'd ask the council entertain a motion to adopt and approve the First Amendment to the purchase and sale agreement with Terrell. Thank you.
Okay, if there's any questions from the council, we'll take those. If not, council member would like to make a motion, and you can all, again, say as stated by our attorney, Michael.
Mayor, I'd like to move to approve item number 32 as stated by our attorney, Michael Bailey.
Okay, we have a motion from you, but I don't have a second yet.
Oh,
Second.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion from Mr. Baldenegro, a second from Ms. Guzman. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call vote. Councilmember Baldenegro, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Conchas, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Guzman, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Melner, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Turner is excused. Vice Mayor is stepped out. She recused herself. Chair votes aye. The motion carries. Ms. Bauer, would you read item 33, please? Number and title.
Authorization to enter into a purchase and sale agreement for up to 50 acre-feet per year of long-term storage credits to Vi Resorts LLC.
Mayor, members of the council, here to provide staff report this evening is Ron Serio, Director of Water Services.
Thank you, Mr. Phelps. Good evening, Mayor and Council. This item involves the exchange or sale of long-term storage credits from Effluent to the Vi Resort. The agreement has a base term of 25 years and 2 10-year options to extend. The agreement essentially provides Vi with long-term storage credits, and they would be responsible to install a well to recover these credits and operate and maintain that well. As you are already aware, Vi is in the SRP member land area, so we have plenty of water resources available to us to serve them. However, state statutes restricts us from serving water to bodies of waters that are over a certain size. And Vi has some pools that are bigger than that size. So to meet state statute, they need to use effluent credits. To put things in perspective about the numbers, so first, they're looking to use up to 50 acre-feet a year. I think they'll actually use less than that. But if they did use the full amount every year and it went for the full 45 years, that would equate to 2,250 acres-feet of water. And to compare that, if you look at the sewer discharge from Vi was modeled, and we expect to get about 450 acre-feet of sewer discharge from Vi per year. So it's about 9 times the amount that we would be delivering. And that sewer discharge would be treated by the city and available for recharge to earn more storage credits. Additionally, if you look over the entire, per year, if you look per year at Glendale's annual water demand for potable water, this 50 acre-feet per year equates to about 0.12% of our citywide water use. And then looking at other effluent agreements that we have, currently we have an agreement with Palo Verde Nuclear Generating Facility, and it varies each year, but we sell about 4,000 acre-feet per year to Palo Verde for cooling water. And also we sell to Arrowhead Amenities, which provides water to the lakes in North Glendale, as shown in the picture here. And for irrigation, we sell about 2,700 acre-feet per year. So if you look at just those two agreements, what we provide in 1 year is more than what the 45-year amount of water credits that we would provide to Vi. That concludes my presentation. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any questions? Go ahead.
Mayor and Council. First, I want to thank the Vi Resort for hiring Adam Baugh to chat with me about this agreement. I felt very valued and part of the process. And also, at this point in the stage of the Vi, I feel like it is too big to fail. I talked to Cactus District residents, and they have some concerns about selling our water credits with cuts to the Colorado River and a rate increase in October. So I just have 3 questions, and these questions are just for the public to know. Can you talk about, or the city attorney, talk about the inflationary stipulation inside of the contract?
Mayor, Councilmember Contrast, basically the agreement includes a inflationary factor or CPI adjustment. So each year, the price of the credits would go up by the CPI or 3%, whichever is greater for that particular year. And then there's also a clause that if there were policy changes or proclamations, like we were in a stage 3 or stage 4 drought, we would have the ability to look at the market rate of what the credits are worth at that point in time and renegotiate the price of those credits.
Mayor? And you actually started to answer my second question. Can you talk a little bit more about the stage 3 and the stage 4 conservation for the Colorado River cuts and how that is explained in this agreement?
Mayor, Councilmember Contrast, the drought levels are based on a reduction in water that the city would use for drinking water. And stage 3 and 4 there's a total of 4 stages. So stage 3 and 4 are the higher levels. We're currently in a stage 1 drought. So essentially, when you get to the higher levels where it's a little more serious, that's when these things would be looked at. And there could be restrictions on residents, and we put restrictions on ourselves for water use and try to conserve as much water as we can.
Thank you. Mayor, I have one final question. Can you explain to us, because I think this is a great highlight, who is building the well and who is maintaining it?
Mayor, Councilmember Contrast, the well for the Vi Resort that would use these credits is being constructed by Vi on their site. So they will be responsible to construct the well, to drill it, and that's very expensive nowadays. They'd also be responsible to maintain it and operate it. And then depending on water quality, they may have to treat the water to be able to use it. So they would be responsible for that. They would also be responsible for reporting to the Department of Water Resources for that.
Thank you, Mayor.
Mayor?
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mr. Serio. I just wanted to, just for the sake of, water's a very highly controversial subject here in Arizona, as you know, it's really in the Southwest, and this isn't Colorado River water, but it is part of the aquifer. But I wanted to assure, because this is something that I wanted to be sure of, is that under miscellaneous, oh, here it is, Article 6, miscellaneous provisions, our item number 15 talks about termination, and I'm just going to read it so that the public understands that item number 15 under Article 6, termination, if any change in law, regulation, government mandated price control, government policy, or declaration affects the ability of either party to perform its obligations under this agreement, the parties agree to meet and negotiate in good faith to adjust the terms of this agreement to ensure compliance with the new law, regulation, or government policy. However, if the parties are unable to come to an agreement to adjust the terms, either party may terminate this agreement by delivering a written termination notice stating that the effective termination date, which may not be less than 6 months following the date of delivery, unless otherwise mandated by any change in law, regulation, or government policy. So what that essentially means is, in the event that we end up in a stage 3 or 4 drought, and it's we don't know what the water situation is going to be in 25 or 35 or 45 years, but if we're in such a dire situation, we're not going to be obligated to continue to deliver these water credits. Hopefully we never get to that point, but if there's a mandate that super strict enforcement on swimming pools and other things like that are in the future, way out in the future, which none of us hope that happens, that we would be able to terminate this and continue to deliver water for, necessary needs only. Hopefully, like I said, that doesn't happen, but it's included in the agreement. Thank you, Mayor.
Was that a question for him? No, I just wanted to read that. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, with that, may I have a motion for item 33?
Mayor,
Go ahead.
I move that the city council approve and enter into a purchase and sell agreement for up to 50 acre-feet per year of long-term storage credits to Vi Resorts LLC.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilmember Concha, second from Councilmember Baldenegro. With that said, roll call vote. Councilmember Baldenegro, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Concha, how do you vote?
May I explain my vote?
Go ahead.
Yes, and I want to just emphasize, I appreciate being involved in the conversation. Being shut out and being outside of the door when all of these conversations are happening or these contracts are being made does not feel good, especially being the duly elected representative from the Cactus District. So when the Cactus District is brought to the decision-making table and we're brought to the conversation, then we're willing to work together in order to make sure that everything is great for the city of Glendale and economic development. And with that, I vote yes.
Councilmember Guzman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Councilmember Milner, how do you vote?
Yes.
Vice Mayor, how do you vote?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, the motion carries. Moving on to council comments and suggestions, Mr. Baldenegro.
Just one comment
Go ahead,
for
sir.
today. I know when the fencing went up around the library and eliminated parking, it was I think it's something that none of us really wanted to happen, and it's just a part of the construction that we cannot avoid. And today we had a meeting, the city manager and I with a business owner. We're looking to see if we can work with the construction company to see if we can move the fencing back and forth to try to alleviate some of that parking. We made no promises. We're going to see if we can. But beyond that, I think we all have to, including myself and everybody up here, every business owner, every resident, every visitor, we need to understand and promote and focus. One block north, there's a parking structure with over 550 spaces. I understand it's not right in front of the store we want to go to, not right in front of the restaurant we want to go to, not right in front of the library. But it is 1 block away. It is over 550 spaces from what I understand, and I think we just need to make sure that we are doing our best to promote that and everyone involved. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Conscious.
Yes, Mayor. Hello, everybody, council and mayor. I just wanted to let you all know that we have our upcoming town hall on September 17th at the Glendale Women's Club Clubhouse, and that will be from 5 to 7. We will start serving at 5, and the program will start at 5:30. I also want to give a huge shout out to our DUI task force, to our officers, and also to the volunteers like Melina and Diana, who set up food and snacks and desserts for them. And I just really appreciate the community effort to show our officers how much we care. Thank you, Mayor.
Councilmember Guzman.
Yes, Mayor. I wanted to announce that the Yucca District's having our meeting on Thursday, October the 2nd at the System of Care from 6 to 8 o'clock, and we're going to be talking about the water issue.
Councilmember Milner.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to remind everyone that September is a National Emergency Preparedness Month, and that if you've considered maybe getting a few things set aside, first aid things and emergency 72-hour kit type of thing, there's a lot of websites out there. FEMA has it's actually declared by FEMA. If you go out to the FEMA website, you'll find a lot of resources for families on how to prepare and work with your family in the case of an emergency. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, last week we had a discussion that happened during workshop that was, let's just say it was a lively conversation. And one of the council members named actually 3 different staff members by their first name. 2 of them, he said, were chauffeurs. And another one, another city employee was named by their first name, an administrative employee. And I just want to remind everybody that we don't, first of all, it violates the code of conduct to be using people's first name, and that there's never an appropriate time to be dragging staff members into that type of conversation. It's inappropriate, it's unbecoming, it makes the city look bad, and I want to apologize to those 3 employees. I'm sorry that that happened to you, and I hope that it never happens again. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. I've got a quick question for Councilmember Guzman. The shred event, what day is that?
No,
No, what day is the shred event?
I don't remember.
Okay, so that's the day it's on. Can you look it up?
Yeah,
Okay, so while she's trying to get us a date, because I don't remember myself,
I know it's in October.
Councilmember Guzman and myself are going to have a shred event that is working with our Glendale Police Department, my office, and her office. And that's for Glendale residents only, so you can't bring people from Peoria and Surprise over, okay? This is for Glendale folks only. But with that, we're doing something a little bit different this year. If you happen to have an American flag that's tattered, torn, soiled, just looks bad, needs to be properly retired, I would ask you, please, I don't care what district you live in, I don't care if you live in Peoria or Surprise or Globe, if you have an American flag that needs to be retired properly, bring it to this shred event, and we will make sure that that American flag gets disposed of properly, along with the items that you're worried about, people getting numbers and things like that. So now you have the address and the date. Adam, what's the address?
It's at November 15th.
November 15th, mark that in your calendar. And the address?
It's at the System of Care.
System of Care, which is about 78th Avenue and Bethany Home Road.
Yeah.
Roughly. With that, we're going to go on to citizens' comments. Next on the agenda is that. Council makes the opportunity available to our citizens to bring information and business before the council that's not on our printed agenda. So I want to remind everybody, before we start bringing folks up to the audience, anyone speaking tonight, this is a public meeting. And as the chair, I'm not going to tolerate any profanity or threats to our council or our staff. If you violate the rules, we're going to ask you to leave. So we've done really, really good. We haven't had issues like this that I can remember in years. So let's keep it orderly. We're going to start off with Kevin James from the city of Surprise. Where are you at, sir? We'll give you a minute. Come on up. Do you need any assistance? Help him out there. Yes, sir. So what I need you to do for me, sir, is give us your full name, and then I don't need your actual address. I just need to know the city you're from. If it's Glendale, the district you live in, if you know it. If it's not Glendale, the crossroads.
No, I actually am from Surprise.
Okay.
My name is Kevin James.
Go ahead, sir. You have 3
and
minutes.
I know how irritating out-of-towners can be at your events here. But But the very reason that I'm here tonight, I am advocating for Glendale residents that actually can't get here. And that's what I'm here to talk about, is once again, the Ride Choice program. I know you've got a full plate of things to do, and there are 100 ways to implement any given project. But somehow this one went a little bit sideways. What my ask would be is that one of you take whatever process it is to get an agenda item to reinstate what you had before for the time being, and then send it to whatever committee structure you have to work out something better. It obviously, the projections and the actuals were just too far off to be just this side of laughable. So I would ask you to do that. I've had the pleasure of talking to the mayor's office about some other things, the city clerk's office about some things, and I've been really impressed. And I don't see how a council and a staff of that caliber can kind of let this one go and act like it never happened. So I think you've got a great city here, but please don't be known for the place that has a special district that can roll a football field in and out of a stadium, but can't roll a discounted Uber for a disabled grandma. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We are taking applications for Glendale citizens, by the way. All right, Stacy D'Amito, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Again, as a reminder, we don't need your address, we just need to know your crossroads. If you know your district, that's even better. You have 3 minutes.
I'm in the Beryl District.
Okay, perfect.
And
your name, ma'am?
My name is Stacy D'Amicio. I have been a resident in Glendale since 1988, just blocks away from Sorora Ranch Park. I am the citizen who started the petition to stop the relocation of the peacocks. The census was not done in any kind of way to ensure the same bird was not counted multiple times. The number of 300 was come to by a Google Gemini prediction, an AI platform. I used the same platform using the city's own numbers and could not get it to give me a number of 300. Furthermore, Councilman Malnar told me in an email there are not predators in the area. However, ask anyone in the area and they will tell you there is a significant number of coyotes as well as raptors and feral cats, all who prey on the flock. I can only assume this prompt that was used by the city did not include mention of predation within the park. Moving on to the community survey done December 2019 through February 2020 as part of the Parks and Recreation Master Plan, I want to focus on pages 79 through 82, which emphasize that major changes to the park, which includes the peafowl, require community input. The plan also highlights strong public satisfaction with the park with a rating of 4 to 4.5, which is the highest amongst Glendale facilities. All we are asking is for the city and Parks and Rec to follow the master plan, which includes controlled feeding, population monitoring, public education, signage, as well as implementing egg addling. And please do not forget that the study calls for public input, which can't be properly done without making it on the City Council meeting's agenda. This approach balances the cultural value of the peafowl with the fiscal responsibility and community concerns. It recognizes the park's character is not just its historic buildings, but also the living features which make it unique.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Teresa Christensen. Again, the district, if you know it, if not, your crossroads and your name, please.
Teresa Christensen, and I am from the Yucca District, Ms. Guzman's district. I forgot the other question, so sorry, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor and Council. I come here just tonight to say thank you to Vice Mayor Tomachoft and Councilwoman Guzman. The leadership both of you have dedicated and the time of hearing me out over the last few weeks or month. I'm deeply grateful for the willingness to engage in the issue of early child development and child care deserts. It costs the state $4.7 billion a year the childcare deserts. It costs a working family $3 billion a year. You took the time to hear me, and since hearing me out, I've been able to appear before multiple city councils in El Mirage, Surprise, Goodyear, Youngtown, back here just to say thank you, Peoria. I've met with Westmark, the Goodyear City Planner, Surprise Economic Development, and across these conversations, city leaders have acknowledged the same reality. Childcare is an economic development priority. Families cannot afford to fully participate in a workforce without reliable childcare, and employers cannot retain or grow talent without addressing this gap. I want to especially thank both of you, especially Mrs. Guzman. I'm gonna cry, because without your support, I wouldn't be standing here today. It's tough to do this. And I've become a target for my profession. Because recently I was featured on a news article. And as you guys know, being in the public eye is not so easy. A lot of people don't have a whole lot of nice things to say. But that's okay, because my kids are worth it. They get a Barbie dream house soon. So I hear. Just saying. Anyways, it's okay to have big dreams, and it's okay to advocate for the things that mean a lot to you. And I just wanted to say thank you to both of you for believing in me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Deibler, you know how it works, sir.
Hi, my name is James Deibler. I live in Phoenix, Arizona. Today, I'm speaking to you regarding extending library hours at the Glendale Public Library. I would like the Glendale Public Library to extend its hours on Tuesday and Wednesday to 6 p.m. This would allow more patrons to enjoy checking out books, magazines, and surfing the web. Last but not least, I would like the Glendale Public Library to rename their main library to honor former Glendale Council member Bruce Hewell. Bruce Hewell was a greatest gentleman for the city of Glendale. He used to serve on the Glendale City Council, a principal at the Glendale High School, and professor at the Glendale Community College. He was a great gentleman. Thank you for taking the time and considering this matter.
Thank you, James. Old friend of mine, Bobby Caceres. I don't see you in the audience, but there you are. Again, your name
Good evening,
and the
Mayor,
district you
council
live in,
members.
sir.
I'm here to support.
Hey, Bobby, I need you to state your name and the district you live in.
Okay, Bobby Cáceres, Ocotillo.
Thank you.
I'm here in support of Councilman Boldanegro, and I want to thank him for his efforts on the voting that we did for Norma Alvarez. I was really concerned, Mayor, and I'm counting on you to help us in our quest to get it changed. The request came from Mr. Alvarez, her family, her sister, her brothers. And I, myself, grew up a next-door neighbor. We're lifelong friends, Norma and I were. And I knew her from her youth. When she was an advocate at 15, she used to go to council meetings and any kind of meetings, board meetings for schools, everything, as an interpreter for her dad. And if anyone has earned and been a trailblazer in our community, it was Norma. Norma literally was somebody that mentored many, many people. And I know these people. I grew up knowing all the leaders and the people in the community. And I think that what Councilman Boldanegro pointed out, there was 87 people that voted against, but there wasn't 87 people. That was 3 individuals that ran. So even at best, if they had 25 each, That's that's not close to 115. Then we had the 900. I heard Johnny Lejean last week saying, if the same household had 6 people that voted on the same IP, do you listen to one? Do you accept all 6? What do you do? Council member Bordenero made a lot of good points when he spoke. And I think when the community itself, Mayor, responded the next day, it was one of, does the council expect us to vote and they can change the vote? I go out there and I collect signatures. I am a leader in the community as well as Maria and the rest of us. To us, it was disturbing because people were discouraged. It hurts Councilman Bordenero because they say, what are we going to vote for if they can change things like that? And we're trying to keep people uplifted, informed. We want them to participate. We want them to understand the process. I encourage young people to join the council, to learn what it is to be in government. But I think Councilman Bordenero made a lot of good points. I want to thank Councilman Guzman, Councilman Conchas, and I'm here to ask that the council and you, Mayor, reconsider this, because when I called the Secretary of State's office the very next day and told him what happened in Glendale, I said, it clearly stated we had an option, keep the name, change the name, or other. Well, the people and the will of the people clearly was voting for Norma. It was overwhelming to have that many people, and we only had a week. But yet all the people voted. I just want an honorable, favorable decision in Norma's favor because she earned that right. She was an advocate. She worked for CAP. She was a council person. Her dad is in the book of Glendale. Her brother was a councilman and vice mayor in the 60s.
Okay, Bobby, I'm going to have to cut you off.
Yes, sir. Well, please, thank you so much, and I hope that you all support Councilman Bordenero in his effort to get this name changed.
Thank you. I don't know how to pronounce this. Nanio Danel? Am I even close? Say the name again? Well, there's no T here, but that I guess that would be it. On 80th Avenue? Yeah, come on in. Yeah, there wasn't a T here, so that's what I was trying to figure out how to pronounce it. Go ahead, sir. Your name, district?
Antonio Daniele. I
And
live at 80th Avenue, Glendale.
perfect. Go ahead, sir.
I live here for about 44 years, and I was promised to have the road finished up, sidewalk. Finally, they did the lights. Appreciate it. Thank you. It took 44 years. But now we have a problem. It's spinning over the dust constantly with with the big trucks. And they make a lot of dust, but nobody seems to understand why they're doing it. It's getting to the point that's disgusting. And we use just one partial, an Ocotillo and Glendale to finish up, and it's not going to get it done. How many more years that I got to wait? I'm only 82 years old. So maybe I wait for my coffin. I appreciate it can be done. It's a promise, but never gets done. And now you guys have a bond to borrow money through the people, through my properties and everybody on the street. We pay for the street $120,000 plus 10%. And they can't finish the rest of it. Can be done. And on top of that, this accident, especially in Ocotillo, is a no two-way. There's only one single lane. When the bus goes by, you got to stop and let them through and come back. There's no room. Can you guys do something about it? 44 years, a long time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a MIAC student, Niddle? So I'll need you to state the district you live in, if you know it. If not, your crossroads. State your name. You have 3 minutes. Go ahead, sir.
Sorry, I'm not sure of my district, but
What's your major crossroads?
so I think 91st and Thomas, I think.
Good enough.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Natul Balamuragan, and I am the Vice President of Glendale Mayak. It is an honor to stand before you today and reflect on the words that form the foundation of our nation, the preamble to the Constitution of the United States. Though only a single sentence, it captures the essence of who we are today as Americans and what we strive to become. It starts with 3 simple yet powerful words. We, the people. To me, these words are the heartbeat of democracy. They remind us that the Constitution was not written for rulers or certain people, but for all of us, and for all ordinary citizens. Our government draws its strength not from wealth or titles, but the collective will of the people. The preamble speaks of forming a more perfect union. The founders understood that the perfection is never truly finished, yet it gave a vision of constant progress. A nation that always strives to be better. As a young American, I see this not as a statement of history, but as a challenge to my generation, to continue working towards that more perfect union. It promises justice and domestic tranquility, principles that guide us to live with fairness, peace, and respect for one another. It calls us to provide for the common defense, reminding us of the sacrifices that made by those in uniforms who protect our freedoms every single day. It urges to promote the general welfare, which means caring for our communities, uplifting our neighbors, and ensuring that opportunity is within reach for everyone. And finally, it speaks of securing the blessings of liberty for ourselves, future generations. Those blessings, our freedoms, our rights, our ability to dream, are the greatest gifts we can pass on to the following generations. To me, the preamble is more than just an introduction to a document. It is a promise and a responsibility. It promises our nation it's built on liberty, justice, and equality. It calls each one of us, no matter our age, background, position, to do our part to carry that vision on to the future. As I stand here today, I feel proud to live in a country founded on such ideals. I feel inspired to contribute in whatever way I can to the ongoing story of America. Alongside all of you, to that our union grows even more perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I have another MIAC student here. You got to come up because I can't make out what you wrote here. Jacqueline? Okay. Again, if you know your district, state that. If not, your crossroads, please.
I'm from, sorry.
And your name.
I'm Jacqueline Wing, and I'm from the Sahara District. I'll also be speaking about the importance of the preamble and its continuity in modern life. When you speak, someone listens. What you write persists against time. We, the people of the United States. These 6 words ingrained in our consciousness, honed in from hounding litany, endowed by our fathers. Unity, justice, and a country free from strife was the American philosophy of our forebears. This was a time where people came in search of rights we proclaimed were those not earned by wealth but by our nature. For the accomplishment of simply having been born, a chance of 1 in 4 trillion. Now hundreds tread the trail we once blazed years ago when we settled on Plymouth Bay, for we of the people of the inimitable United States. We the people are American, so what was embossed in gold, the sanctity of our security, became embezzled as we traded nationality for ethnicity. Fracturing to different arrays, we became defined by our race but never by our name. Divided we fall, united we stand, but where is unity when stereotypes take hold of our promised land? The hill we climb says in all that we've weathered, we've witnessed a nation that isn't broken but simply unfinished. And as I've grown, I've come to understand that words are pointless when they're left unrequited. Before Americans, we were peoples 250 years ago when we rallied for causes, acknowledged our flaws, and best of all, dared to dream and place our hopes in the people of today and tomorrow. Words meant more than a fleeting promise. We refused to genuflect, to compromise on our founding fathers. On the preamble we never acceded, as their words were repeated unchanged by the passage of time, forever inscribed in our minds. And through all of our stumbles and collapses, we rose again through the prose, often left unheard, but burns in the Americans, a spirit that calls for a better day of tomorrow, because we, although haughty, are the people of tomorrow, and endowed with these natural rights, we will fight for our dreamers, our equality, and our domestic integrity, because greatness lies not in the preachery ramble, but in the praising our American handle, but in the glades where we planted the seeds of America in foreign soil.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take Chairman's prerogative here. I have a young lady that works for me in my office. Her name's Ann. Ann, would you stand up, please? She's in the audience. Don't be bashful. So now you're going, what am I applauding her for? Well, number one, she's really great, but number two, she actually runs our MIAC students through our office. MIAC, if you don't know, means Mayor's Youth Advisory Commission, and I say this in 100% certainty. Very proud of this. We have, I believe, 38 MIAC students this year, and every one of them is as bright as these two you just heard from. All the MIAC students that are in the audience, I didn't know you guys were coming tonight, so this is a pretty neat thrill to me. Would you all stand up real quick, please? So, yeah. If anybody ever, you can take your seats. If anybody ever tells you that the youth today don't get it, tell them they're wrong, because Glendale proves it with their MIAC students. So with that, we have had the citizens' comments. Being there no further business before this council tonight, I'd like to thank everyone for attending. If there's no objection from the council, before I say this meeting is adjourned, I haven't said that yet. Again, I said this morning at our workshop meeting, I called my mother this morning to wish her happy birthday. She turned 93 today. And so what scares me, she's still driving on the road. So, with that, we're adjourned. Thank you.
Where does she live?